This is my story.
Ma, I want to help you. Get me started in the business.
The streets don't play, Kanan. You wanted to be in it, you in it.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, young Kanan Starks, man. This is the what to expect video for him. Just going over what I believe is going to happen within his character for this next installment of Power. Now down below, you guys let me know exactly what you think is going to happen with Kanan. I'm going to break it down for you, and also let me know what character you want me to do next. So I will be starting the breakdown all the main characters of the show. And when we talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, I know a lot of fans have been saying the trailer reminds them of 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying film just by watching it. And of course, I believe just like Courtney Kemp, you're going to see small elements of his life within the story, you know, principles of his life within the story. Just like with Ghost and Courtney Kemp's father, you saw that in the original Power. So you will see that, in my opinion, as well as elements of, you know, 90s classics like Juice with Omar Epps and Tupac. We're going to see that in this show. We can just tell by just watching the trailer alone. The trailer alone should tell you a lot about what's to come, the vibes that we're going to be getting from Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. And I can't wait, y'all. I cannot wait to see the story of Kanan, how he grew up, and, you know, how the people around him influenced his life. So let's begin. What can we expect from young Kanan? Now, we know it's going to be a younger Kanan in the show as well. We're going to see a younger version of Kanan in Power Book 3. And it's going to probably start off like that. You're probably going to see a little elements of his early life. And the thing about Kanan is he looks up to his mother so much. He wants to prove that he can be a man. He wants to prove that he can help out when it comes to her business and just getting through life. So we're going to see that within this show. Kanan trying to do whatever it takes to help out his mother. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to be his biggest inspiration is his mother, Raquel. Of course, she's going to be going through a lot as well within the show. Now, she's going to tell Kanan, look, I don't want you in the game. Kanan's going to be like, look, I want to be in the game to help you out. I can help. That's the main thing he's going to be telling his mom. I can help. I can do this. And you already know how it is when you're young. You're eager to prove yourself. You're eager to prove to your parents that you're not a kid no more, that you can get the job done. Now, I expect Raquel to, you know, of course, tell Kanan no numerous of times. No, you're not going to do this. I don't want you being in this game. It's too dirty. It's too grimy. But eventually she's going to realize, like, man, this kid, he ain't a kid no more. He really wants to be in the game. Eventually, he's probably going to get himself killed trying to be in the game, but doing it the wrong way. So I believe similar to how Tariq and Tasha, she's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to teach you the game. I'm going to help you learn these different methods in order for you to use those skills to dominate in this drug game, which is going to be very hard. She's going to tell him time and time again, look, Kanan, this game ain't no joke. And as you saw in the trailer, she is telling him that it's no joke. Now, this is going to be, I believe, way more graphic than what Tariq was going through because Kanan, unlike Tariq, will be on the block even more. It will be even tougher for him. He doesn't have all the money that Ghost had, right? And Tasha has. So you want to see a more grimier, gritty type of a story for Kanan Starks, I believe. Of course, he's going to be running with the crew back in the 80s and the 90s. Y'all know how it was. The crews was real big back in those days. Eager to prove himself. He's going to be out there on the block trying to get things done. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to go out there and learn how to push weight, how to deal with different types of people. Those are the things that he's going to be dealing with. And I believe he will prove himself to get the job done. Now, of course, we all know when you're out there, you're young, in the drug game, you're trying to prove yourself, you make mistakes. So I do believe that Kanan will make a lot of mistakes trying to be something that he's never been before, right? And upon making those mistakes, he's going to piss off some people. When I'm talking about his family, him and Young Jukebox, they will be pissing off their family members. They're going to be very upset about what they are doing. I think something major is going to happen. We know that Kanan had blood on his hoodie. I believe Jukebox was with him as well. But in the original music video, we saw little small things that the parents are very pissed off. Jukebox's father, Marvin, he is hollering at Jukebox and Kanan about something. Lets me know that they went out there and they probably did something that they should have not done, right? We know this. Now, Kanan is defending himself based off what we saw in the music video trailer. Now, if you want to see these actual scenes, just go back and watch the theme song music video, and you can see some of these scenes in that actual video, right? But we can tell that Kanan was pissed off as well, trying to defend probably himself and Jukebox. Something probably happened, I'm believing, right? Now, Uncle Marvin, Jukebox's father, Kanan's uncle, is going to teach him the game as well. So it's not just going to be his mother. His mother will be his biggest influence, but his uncle will be there as well, trying to, steer his young nephew into the right path as far as when it comes to this drug game. He does not want him going out there making mistakes. He wants to go out there and tell him, look, you need to go out there and do this. Similar to how Kanan told Tariq to go out to the block, and Tariq was getting screwed over by the fake money. You're probably going to see that in this show. He's going to tell Kanan, I need you to go out there and make this by this time. And that's what Kanan is going to go out there and do. And he will, struggle at first, but he will learn, in my opinion. Now, we got to remember that Lovey Simone is going to be playing Devonna. This is Kanan's crush and probably a huge weakness. Now, she's going to be messing with a character named Buck 20. Now, Buck 20 is a part of Unique's crew. And that is, of course, Kanan's mom's biggest rival, played by Joey Badass. Now, as I told you, this is going to be Kanan's crush. And at first, she's going to be in the school. He's going to be crushing over her. But then we know an opportunity for Kanan will open up when it comes to Devonna. Trust me. Now, it says in the description for her character that, of course, she will be getting into a fight. We saw that fight scene, a little bit of it, in the original trailer, the official trailer, right? So her getting into this fight is going to pretty much screw her up as far as school, and she's probably going to get kicked out based off the description, which is going to open up an opportunity for Kanan to move in and make a connection with her, right? But as I told you, she is connected to who? Unique, his crew. She is messing around with Buck 20, which I believe is going to cause issues for Kanan trying to move up on her, because Unique is going to be like, why are you messing with this kid? Something's going to happen within this, especially if he is going to be a huge rival of Raquel. And as well, we have to remember, it's going to be a huge shootout for sure in this scene right here. They show this scene time and time again. We've seen different angles, but it's going to be a huge shootout. Something big is going to happen. Now, Detective Howard, played by Omar Epps, is going to try his best to try to figure out what's going on within these crews. Of course, Unique's crew and Raquel's crew. My thing is this, based off power history, we know these cops, these detectives, they all have dirt behind them. What dirt does Detective Howard have behind him? He has to be having something. He has to have a backstory that was not perfect, right? I got a feeling we're going to find that out in this next installment of Power. Now, along Kanan's journey, he will see some graphic things. As I told you guys, this story will be a little bit more graphic than Tariq's story. He's going to see things that he's going to probably question himself about. Like, man, should I even be in this game? Like, this shit is kind of graphic. I messed up and this is what happens. Someone else messed up. This is what happens when they mess up. He's going to see things, but at the end of the day, even though he will make mistakes and see some graphic things, I believe it will motivate him to go out there and prove himself even more. Yes, that's what's going to separate him from a lot of people. We're going to see the innocence of Kanan. That story of innocence is going to change. This is a guy that's going to be motivated by his mother, pushed to the limits, as she tells him, once you pull that trigger, you in the game. And he's going to realize that. He's going to say, you know what? You're right. I've seen so much. I've been through so much. It is time to stop playing around. It is time to really get grimy and dirty. And that's exactly what I think he's going to do. So you will see those elements of those early 90s movies, in my opinion. As I said, Get Rich or Die Trying, of course, the story of 50 Cent. Of course, we will see elements, in my opinion, of Juice. He's going to have to prove himself. Y'all know how Bishop was in Juice. Once he got that strap in his hand, he was a whole different person. The things that he saw growing up with his father, Bishop, completely changed, right? He flipped out on his homeboys. The people that was closest to him, he flipped out on. Will Kanan do the same thing? I'm not saying he's going to do that, but I'm going to tell you right now, that drive, that motivation of power in your hands, what you can do to somebody, that will affect this kid. He will go out there and say, you know what? I can do this. And people really do fear me. What you're going to start to see is going to create a monster. A monster among him and his crew. We talking about Jukebox as well and his two other homeboys that's going to be with him. Trust me, these guys are going to completely change. So when we watch the show, check out the very beginning, and then we're going to see by the end of the season just how much this young kid and his crew would have changed over those episodes. I do believe that Kanan will prove himself and he will get the job done. It will not be easy, but I'm eager to see the story of young Kanan, Jukebox, his mom, how everything started. Of course, everybody wants to know who in the hell Breeze is. We haven't heard or seen anything about Breeze. To be honest with you guys, since this is the early, beginning of his story, we may not even see Breeze in this season. Now that is not official. I hope we do see him. It will make sense to me for us to see Breeze, but maybe that's down the line, closer to where he met Tommy and Ghost after that or something like that. So we got to wait and see how it all is going to play out. And as I told you guys, let me know what character you want to see me do next. What do you believe is going to happen with young Kanan? Do you believe this story will be very similar to 50 Cent's life? A lot of fans have said it reminds them of Get Rich or Die Trying, just watching the trailer, as well as Juice. When you watch that movie, you see certain elements of those two stories within the show so far. I cannot wait, man. July 18th. Are you guys ready? We're less than a month away. Less than a month away. This show, I'm telling you right now, is going to surprise a lot of people. I know there's people out there saying, man, I don't want to see the story of Kanan. I want to see the new stuff. Well, sometimes you have to go back and see how it all started. And I will say this, the true diehard Power fans, they're going to watch anyway, regardless if they don't want to see this story or not. Trust me, they will be tuning in, watching, because they love the show. They love everything about Power. So we're going to see, man, but I cannot wait to watch this show and see how it all started and to see how Kanan evolved from that young, innocent kid to the monster that we saw in the original Power. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.